In 1897, a man named Sigmund Freud began an extensive analysis of himself that bore a genius structural thought. This began an entire revolution. Sigmund Freud is an Austrian neurologist and the father of psychoanalysis. He was born to Galician Jewish parents in Freiburg, Austrian Empire, and later became a doctor of medicine in 1881 and a neuropathy teacher in 1902. Freud is considered as one of the most influential psychologists of the 20th century. In the past, the field of psychology was always classified under philosophy. Psychology was considered more of an art rather than a science. In the late 19th century, Sigmund Freud was able to change people's perception of psychology with his revolutionary theory of psychoanalysis.
So psychoanalysis is a method for treating mental illnesses and a theory that explains how the unconscious mind affects our thoughts, emotions, and human behavior. According to Freud, he believed that the events in our childhood have great influence of our adult lives, shaping our personality.
One of Freud's major contributions was theory of personality, which helped scientists understand human behavior and how thoughts, emotions, and past experiences shape personality. He believes that personality is made up of three parts that constantly interact with each other, which is id, the superego, and the ego. Id is a part of our mind we are born with, and the superego develops as we grow up, and the ego is the middle ground between id and superego. To better understand the id, superego, and ego, here's our short video explaining their roles in our personality.
Anna, there's a big party today, and you have to come. Music, food, fun, and forget studying, so let's enjoy.
Anna, don't listen to it. You have an exam tomorrow, and if you go to the party, you will fail.
Thanks, I don't know what to do. I really need to study, but the party sounds fun. Come on, one night won't hurt, and you can always study later.
No, irresponsible. If you don't study, you will enjoy it.
Guys, calm down. Anna, actually come fun with your friends and have fun there. But you need to prioritize your studies in order for you to get the highest passing grades. All you need to do is to balance your time, your friends, and your studies. You can do everything.
You know what? That sounds fair. I'll study first, then reward myself a short break at the party.
See? A little of both. Work and fun. Freud was right. Balance is everything.
Freudian stages of development, believing that most of the human suffering is determined during the childhood development. Freud placed emphasis on the 5 stages of psychosexual development. It is a structured way to understand how childhood experiences personality and behavior. As a child passes through these stages, unresolved conflicts between physical drives and social expectation may arise. These stages are oral stage, anal stage, phallic stage, latency stage, and genital stage. The first one is oral stage, 0 to 1.5 years. Babies explore the world through their mouth like sucking and eating. If the needs are not met, they may develop habits like overeating and nail biting. The second one is anal stage, 1.5 to 3 years old. Toddlers learn toilet training. Too much or too little control can lead to being messy or overly near. The third one is phallic stage, 3 to 5 years old. This stage, children start noticing the difference between boys and girls. They may admire and copy their same gender parents. The fourth one is latency stage, 5 to 12 years old. This stage, kids focus on their friendship and schools. Entrance in the opposite gender is not strong yet. And the last one is genital stage, 12 to adulthood. This stage, people develop romantic feelings and learn to have healthy relationships. If a person does not fully develop through a stage, it may lead to mental and emotional struggles later. Freud believed that these unresolved issues could be treated with psychoanalysis to help the person function better.
Another major contribution of Sigmund Freud to modern science is his theory of unconscious mind. He argued that the unconscious mind plays a big role in our behavior. Freud suggested that our mind has two parts, the unconscious mind and the conscious mind. So the conscious mind, this is the part that we are aware of and can think about, while the unconscious mind, this is the part that we are influenced with our thoughts and actions. Freud believes that to truly understand someone's behavior, we must look both the unconscious mind and the conscious mind.
Another major contribution of Sigmund Freud to the modern science was his theory of defense mechanisms. Sigmund Freud suggested that the human mind uses defense mechanisms to protect itself from uncomfortable thoughts and feelings. Everyone uses defense mechanisms, but some people rely on them than others. Some common defense mechanisms include denial, which you are refusing to accept reality. Second one is the repression, which you are pushing painful thoughts in the unconscious mind. And lastly is we have the displacement, you are shifting your emotions towards a safer place. So Freud's theory of defense mechanism helps science understand how the human mind protect itself from anxiety, stress, and trauma. So many people believe that Freud's theory had no scientific basis as no empirical or experimental data could support it. Despite criticisms, Freud still continued on refining his theory and in fact tried to explain how psychoanalysis can be a clinical method in treating some mental disorders. Soon enough, people were able to understand the concept of psychoanalysis, which eventually resulted to classifying psychology as a science. So the changes that Freud brought to the scientific community and the public are evidences of science and technologies linked to humanity. So through experimentations, people will continue to deepen their understanding about the world and the universe.